guys don't even know. All the pressure, everything that I've worked for. 21 years I've been in this game of mixed martial arts. I've been through the worst of the worst. I've been through the highest of the highs, like no other. Becoming a world champion after a year and a half of competition, losing my world title after 5 title defenses, being on one of the top promotions in the world, and then thrown to the wolves. I'm thankful for Lorenzo Fertitta, Frank Fertitta for giving me the opportunity to build a Tito Ortiz, but I really got to thank my fans having my back from all these years, or 21 years, because now I can look at it and I can be thankful for Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotion to starting something new. Golden Boy Promotion has been amazing for me up to this point because they've been nothing but respectful. They treat me with nothing but respect and class, and that's the way fighters should be treated. When I spoke with Oscar and he told me, he goes, Tito, you gotta understand, I was a fighter. When I got into promotion, I wanted to give back to the fighters. I smiled at him. I was like, I've been trying to do the same damn thing the last 20 years. Well, I've had the biggest stage in the world to get that opportunity to do. The last week we did so much promotion. Everywhere in Los Angeles we hit. I mean, from Bill-Lean to Power 106, all across the United States. Hopefully the pay-per-view did well. I'm hoping it did well because me and Chuck will reap the rewards from it. Once again, I got to be thankful for Oscar. Got to be thankful for Jerry, and of course Tattoo, who was another guy who did Mike Tyson's Bite the Mic. I met him at the Staples Center, and he said, "Hey Tito, man, hey, you should come on my podcast with Oscar De La Hoya, or with Mike Tyson." I was like, "Yeah, of course I'll do it. Well, here's my number." And it was just acquaintance. I went on Bite the Mic with Mike Tyson. And at that point, Chuck was already calling me out. I reached out to Dana White, and he said, no, we're not going to do this fight. No possible way. I don't want nothing to do with it. Because he knew what was going to happen. I said something on Bite the Mic saying, what if Oscar would be interested in doing it? And this guy right here, like, is jumping at this. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Well, a week later, I was in a meeting with Golden Boy and Oscar. I texted Chuck, and I said, Chuck, I think we put this fight together. You still want to do it? The next text I got from his manager saying, stop texting Chuck. Well, I guess we got the fight together. Next week, he was in a meeting with Oscar, and we signed it. My camp started, and that was 19 weeks ago. I put in everything I need to do for this fight. I can show people out there that no matter what surgeries you've gone through, what hard times you've gone through in relationships, just as long as you keep your mind focused and positive and have positive people around you, you can achieve anything in this world. And I'm proof in the pudding. I'm a kid who came from nothing. A week ago, I went to talk to my father, first time in 7 years, and I forgave him because he only knew as good as he was taught. He only knew as good as he wanted to learn. He was a heroin addict who's on methadone now, and he's 80 years old. And I went to him and I said, you know what, Dad? I forgive you because I understand how hard it is to be a parent. I understand how hard it is to be a man because I lived the same thing through my life 5 years ago when I had to leave my ex and I had to give my kids a brighter future. My girlfriend Amber that's here, she saved my life. She showed me what love truly was. I thought I'd never love a woman again, and she's my backbone. Amber, I love you. Like, people don't, you guys, like, whoever's going through hard times in life, whoever's going through things that you don't think you can get through it, I just hold down, bite down, and just get through it. Do the right things, do positive things, do things to give back. On Thanksgiving, I had to make weight. First time in 21 years, I couldn't have a Thanksgiving dinner with my family because I usually have Thanksgiving dinner at my house. So I called my publicist and I said, Michael Levine, is there any possible way that you can get me to a shelter that I can go feed the homeless? He said, yeah, I got you. He texted me, he goes, go to the Laugh Factory. I showed up at the Laugh Factory at 2:30. They said to be there at 3, but I showed up at 2:30 because I try to be punctual. I served from 3 o'clock until 6:30. And I served 2 different helpings to people who are less fortunate. And it just made my heart feel so warm to be able to give back. And I was so damn thankful. just to be in that situation, because as a kid growing up, I was one of those kids that were sitting in their family eating a free Thanksgiving dinner. And it's crazy how life turns around, because it comes full circle always. I woke up this morning and I was nervous. I was not sure of what was going to happen. I know how dangerous Chuck is. I know how dangerous his punches are. And it was a feeling in my body that almost like an empty feeling, and I didn't understand. And I was talking to my son Jacob, and I said, Jacob, I'm so nervous. He goes, Dad, I'm nervous too. He goes, but you know what, Dad, I watched something online, and they said, if you could turn that nervousness into happiness, you'll think of it a totally different way. When he said that to me, and this is a 16-year-old kid who's telling me this, my son, and he turned that nervousness into happiness, and from that point out on, I knew I was going to win this fight. Yes, the hard work I put in for 18 weeks, but to have the support and everything that just turned around. When I was cutting weight yesterday at my hotel, I come out of cutting weight, and all of a sudden the Notre Dame comes walking out, the college football team. I was like, Notre Dame, wow, that's pretty damn cool. As a kid growing up, I always watched it, and I have Irish in myself, and I was like, cool if I take a picture with you guys. And I was like, the luck of the Irish, the fighter in Irish. Is this all like meant to be? Am I meant to be sitting right here with my hand raised knowing that I beat Chuck Liddell finally? He came out saying he's gonna knock me out in the first round. Oops, I didn't mean to mess up his night, because I knocked his ass out the first round, excuse me. I wanna thank everybody for supporting me, all my fans, everybody who believed in me, and all the ones who didn't believe in me. Take the hatred out of your heart, because at the end of the day, we all should be happy. Golden Boy, Jerry, Oscar, if you're watching, thank you so much. You guys have witnessed the beginning of something great, something new to give back to the fighters. And that's Golden Boy MMA. Thank you guys. Yeah, I'll take a couple questions. I think the confidence came down to my sparring partners. You know, Herdine, Moses, Jay, who fought tonight also, Jay Silva, who fought tonight. These guys are younger. You know, yeah, Jay's in his 30s, later 30s, but the other guys, they're still not even 30 yet. They're fast, and I mean, we're sparring. I mean, I think I sparred 16 times for this camp, twice a week. And we're doing three 5-minute rounds. Their speed is just like ridiculously fast. When Chuck was punching at me, I was like, it was like a slow-mo, and I was like, slip, slip, slip. I was like, oh. And then I think about 2.5 minutes into it, he threw a jab and like caught me, and it was so slow. I was like, I can't believe I just got touched right now. I was like, this guy. And I hit him back, and I was like, I hit him again. I went to go through a right hand, and he fell. And I thought I hit him, but I didn't. I guess it was just a slip. And I came up, and I hit him with a left hook. And I saw his eyes kind of go, woo. And I was like, oh, I heard him, I think. I just kept the pressure. I wasn't going to wrestle. This fight was never about wrestling. I faked him out the whole time, telling him I'm going to take him down. And it was funny, because in the press conference when I said that I'm going to take you down, I'm going to bash you with my elbows. And he was like, oh, he let his secret out. No, I wasn't a secret. I was going to stand up and punch him. I believe in my hands, because I'm sparring with the best guys in the world right now that are in my gym at Ruka. You know, Jason Perillo believes in me. I put my work in, and it showed tonight. I mean, I was... You get that feeling of, is this the last one? I want it to be. There's a lot of pressure. To impose your will on someone like that every single fight is really, really hard. There's so much pressure to do that. And I've been doing it for 21 years. Now, if I can step out of that game and do it the right way of being a promoter and helping fighters help them growing and grow the next Tito Ortiz's, grow the next Chuck Liddells, grow the next Rampage Jacksons, Hoist Gracies, Ken Shamrocks, Conor McGregors, and give them an opportunity to make the real money in here. Because like I said, when I spoke to Oscar, he said, you gotta understand, I'm a fighter. I am now a promoter, and I want to give back to the fighters. I said, Oscar, I've been saying the same shit. So I'm just thankful to be where I am tonight. If I was his manager, no. I mean, Primetime 360 is my management company, and I would have told Chuck, no, let's get you an ambassador job. Let's promote your name and get you signings. I mean, do other means of ways of making money. But I mean, you can't hold someone back if they believe in something that they want to do. I mean, they want to fight, and they want to continue to fight. You got to let them walk out on their own. That's just the right thing. We're human. I mean, we want to make mistakes. I mean, I want to fail. I fail all the time. People bash on me all the time because of my interviews, like, oh, Tito said this, Tito said that, and past tense and present tense. I mess up. I'm human. But I want to fail because then I can look back on it and go, you know what? Next time I want to make that same mistake. And all of us are human. We all make mistakes. But if you're able to correct yourself, then you're learning from it. If you don't correct yourself, yes. Well, I mean, if Chuck wants to fight, I mean, of course not as main event, but if he still wants to fight, let's find him an opponent. Let's find him someone that isn't a Tito Ortiz. I'm vicious, guy. I mean, I took off a year. I took off a year because I had neck surgery. But just the way I train, the way I am, my mentality as a fighter, my mentality as a man, my mentality as just a father, I work really, really hard. And people got to understand that. That's why I'm able to perform the way I did. I mean, I don't want to take nothing away from Chuck. If he wants to compete, let him compete. I mean, maybe not as a main card. I mean, not as a main event. No, of course not. But I mean, let's find him someone that's a tune-up fight for him, because I wasn't a tune-up fight. So what was the difference? I think my maturity. I matured a lot. I matured a lot as a person. I matured a lot as a father. I matured a lot as a fighter. My confidence, of course, coming off of a choke from Chael Sonnen. My life, living in a positive environment. I went through 7 years of hell trying to fix somebody, and it took me almost 7 months of therapy with my therapist to come to realize that I can't save my mom. And he said, you know what, Tito, stop trying to save your mom. Go find someone to save you. And I did with Amber. As a fighter, you gotta have a solid home. You gotta have a solid person who has your back. Not coming home to someone saying that, oh, you're a piece of shit dad, you're a piece of shit fighter. When someone says you're a piece of shit for such a long time, you start believing it. And I will not live in a negative life like that ever again. I won't let my kids live in a negative life like that ever again. And I hope no one else can ever live in that type of lifestyle. I hope they're able to look in the mirror and realize that it's not them, it's the person that they're with to make the difference. And that's what made me a different person. When I'm confident and when I have a positive environment around me, I'm unstoppable. And I gotta say, that was the ticket. I was going through a lot of stuff at those times. And you know, I went through a divorce. I went with a new relationship. I was being smashed by the president of UFC and always bashing me, always saying stuff. Just it was hell. And that's why I walked away in 2013. That was the reason I walked away from UFC, because I couldn't handle it anymore. But now that I'm graced and respected and honored the way I am with Golden Boy, I think other fighters will see that and they would like to do the same thing too. Where they're able to have their own sponsorships. They're able to be a part of the company. They're able to be a partnership of the revenue that is income from the fight. And I think that's important. Let's change the game of mixed martial arts. Let's not make the fighters contractors. Let's make the fighters partners. If they're able to promote and they're able to have a huge fan base, they should get a lot of the money. If they don't have any fans, they better start building those fans. They better start building their social media. That's important. Get a publicist. I got a publicist. I went and hired a publicist for this. Of course, I really don't need it, but I'm a workhorse. I work my ass off to get where I am. I think other fighters should resemble what I've done through my career. Yes, the mistakes I've done, so correct yourself. Don't do the mistakes that I've done. I think that's important. That's why I started Primetime 360 with my partner, George Frazier. We help fighters become the next stars, hopefully. Yeah, I buried the hatchet with Chuck, 100%. You guys gotta understand, I'm a loyal person. I love my friends. I'm an Aquarius to the T. You guys read horoscopes or so forth, read what an Aquarius is. I am exactly that person. I will fight for every one of my friends. I will honor with every one of my friends. I keep my word on everything I have. There's two things I'll have for the rest of my life: my name and my word. I'll never tarnish my name, and I'll never not keep my word. And with Chuck, he was my bro. He was my homie. He was my friend. Like I say, I used to let him stay at my house. We traveled to Japan. We traveled to England. I mean, I thought he was my friend, but I understand that money gets in the way of people's eyes of what they truly think about, and that's the evil of all humans. I think is money. And I guess we sat in the middle of that cage that night or tonight, and I said, "It's cool. It's over. I'm done." If he doesn't want to be done, then maybe we'll give him an opportunity. Yeah. One more?
So, Tito, are you back, or were you just here to scratch an itch? And if so, who do you want to fight next?
There's no one out there to fight. This Chuck Liddell thing was the biggest thing that I've been on my mind. There's no one that will bring me out. Nobody. I'm done. I want to focus on great stuff. I mean, I still got my head on my shoulders. I could actually be a great businessman. Let me focus on the right things and not focus on a million things, because then I get kind of disillusioned with what I need to do right. You know, being a father's number one. Being a businessman could be number two. Being a fighter, I did it for 21 years. I'm willing to walk away. People always want to say, "Tito, one more fight, just when you think you got out of it, should suck you right back in." I don't want that to happen. It's nice to walk and talk and be able to touch my feet and be able to throw a football with my kids if I need to, or a baseball, or wrestle around with them. You know, when my son says, "Dad, I don't want you to fight anymore," maybe I listen to my kids. They want Dad back. Where it's not about the camp anymore. 18 weeks is a long time. When I'm missing out on school, missing out on homework, missing out on picking them up from school, I miss those little small things. But I think if I get into the business stuff, I'm able to juggle both of those jobs together. And of course, with my great partner, Amber, she helps me out like no other.
What will you miss most about fighting?
What's that?
What will you miss most about fighting?
What will I miss most about fighting? My hand raised. And the fans. I love the fans. The fans, you gotta understand that one of my friends, one of my number one fans, but my friend, close friend, Jeremy, he's been with me since my first UFC fight, and he's been following me every one of my fights. And he was here tonight, and they actually came to the weigh-in and so forth. And have fans like that is amazing, and I'm thankful for it, because they're ride or die, no matter what. No matter how many times they say Tito's shit, and he's like, no, he's my man. They'll fight. They fight over it. That's why my mom can't even come to the fights anymore, because she's just getting fights because people talk shit to her all the time. So she's like, I can't even go no more. I was like, that's cool, Mom. I love you. My mom was real. She's a veteran.
How many times did Scott Coker text you today?
Actually, Scott Coker actually did text me today. He did text me. And if he is watching or listening, thank you, Scott, for the text. He said, good luck. Kick some ass. SC. So that was a great gesture from him. And I was happy about it. I got a lot of texts today. I got a lot of support today. I think the pay-per-view will do pretty well. I think it actually, because just the remarks and the people texting me and emailing me and on my social media, it was everywhere. I think the pay-per-view did fairly well. It would be nice to do 1 million pay-per-view buys, but I doubt we did that. But I'm just saying, if we broke the crest of a couple hundred, it'd be amazing. It'd be a success if we did. I want to thank the fans. You guys, I want to get out of here. I want to go enjoy myself a nice cold one. Oh yeah, it was yours. That was just one. I mean, come on. I'm Mexican. I can drink a lot. No drinking.
Since this is your last fight, you didn't really get to do the Gravedigger.
Yeah, I did.
Well, they kind of were stopping you.
They didn't stop shit. I was doing it. I was busting through the legs. I was doing it. Come on. One of my buddies got a great picture of me digging it. Was that yours, Mama? Rafael was from my corner, Rafael Davis. You got a good picture of me dig? Yes. Of course, you go to punishment.com and you can see the picture of me going like this, a cartoon figure, and of Chuck's grave. It says Chuck Liddell, or excuse me, it just says Chuck, and it says from when he started to today's date, he buried. It's over. It's done. That's it. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you very much. I appreciate all you guys for coming here. I thank all you guys for supporting this brand of Golden Boy MMA. Guys, thank you. Thank you. This is the beginning of something great, guys. Thank you.